Good morning and welcome to Three Questions with. Got my friend Lisa Swanson with us from Body and Soul Coaching. Good morning, Lisa. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Kevin?
Living the dream, my friend. So, Lisa, I asked you to come on the show today because it seems to me when I or my friends want to lose weight, we may use an app and it says I can have X number of calories. As long as that number is less than X, that's good. If 1,800 of those calories are Oreos, hey, it's still Hunterly's. That's all that matters. Not
If only, if only.
only, yeah. I'd be much happier. I could show you that and stuff. But it's all kidding aside, it's not as simple as I stayed under the number, right?
No, it's so complicated. Our bodies are incredibly complicated. And no, one, it differs from person to person because so many different things are going on in our body. But let's just take it on one level of what are those calories made up of? Like you said, if 1,800 of them are Oreos, who cares? I stayed under the number. It's like,
Yeah.
well, kind of doesn't matter. So we get calories from our macronutrients, right? And macronutrients are carbs, fats, and proteins. That's where all our calories come from. But each of those macronutrients are working in our body very differently. They're doing very different things and they're stored differently. So if you had 1,800 calories worth of protein and vegetables, right? Yeah, I'm not, and first let me say, I'm not telling anybody to just eat protein and vegetables. This is to be a really simplified view of it.
Okay.
So 1,800 calories of protein and vegetables, it's going to do a lot for your body. You've got all kinds of nutrients going on there. It's building muscle. It's doing all this repair work for you. Then take that same person having 1,800 calories of processed carbs and fats. What's that going to do? It is energy, but it's stored energy, right? It's putting it in fat. It's got chemicals in it. It's affecting so many different things in your body. It's not doing anything to bring in a lot of micronutrients that help them macronutrients, micro being your vitamins and things like that. So what the calories are make a huge difference. This is why I'm constantly working with my clients on, okay, what's the right percentage of protein, carbs, and fats for you?
That was going to be my next question. It's not as simple as the mathematical formula of 20 this, 30 that. It's per person, right?
It does differ per person. I mean, there are general guidelines you can look at, but what it takes, and even calories, you can't just say, hey, you're this age, you weigh this amount, and you have this much activity, have 1,500 calories. So many more things go into that. So you have to, each person, you have to figure out, well, how many calories works for you, where you are right now and your metabolism is, and then what's the percentage breakdown. So like say I'm working with my clients, I'll give them a broad, not a broad, I give them what generally works well. And then we're constantly looking at it and tweaking it so we can narrow it down to what works specifically for that person.
I think like that's the key though. Like you said, it's not the same for everyone.
Mm.
Obviously, just like you mentioned, your activity level. Well, okay, yeah, that person may, like you look at someone like Michael Phelps, the swimmer, he would have like 8,000 calories. Well, the guy's swimming in the pool all day. Me
Exactly.
doing Zoom, if I had 8,000, might not end that well, right? So
Exactly.
that was in too, right? And just
Yes, absolutely. So that's the calories in, calories out. And people say, well, if I get on the treadmill and I run for 2 hours, then great, I can go have a pizza tonight.
well,
And it's, well, not exactly. You don't want to just consume the rest of those calories, but there's other things besides that you don't think of affecting the calories in and out that do. Things like sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, your metabolism is going to slow down. If you're under too much stress, your metabolism slows down. Gut health, you're not absorbing all your nutrients properly. Hormones being affected that are making you hungry or full, or enzymes that convert things from like proteins down into amino acids so you absorb them. Your body composition, all of these things, which sleep has no calories, right? Stress has no calories, but it affects our calories, how we're going to utilize those calories, or if we're even going to utilize them. So you see, there's so many different things that come into play with this.
yeah, like I said, when you start off just thinking, hey, as long as I hit this magic number, you find out that life's a lot more complicated. So, Lisa, if
Right.
people have questions, they need help doing this, how can they reach out?
Well, they could email me at lisa@bodyandsoulcoaching.com, or go to my website, bodyandsoulcoaching.com, or on social media, Lisa Swanson Fit.
Lisa, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes to call into the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
My pleasure.